Once, in a quaint and isolated corner of the countryside, nestled among endless acres of dense forest, there lived a young man named Lucas. He had grown tired of the hustle and bustle of city life, the blaring sirens, and the unending rush. Seeking solace and simplicity, he decided to leave it all behind and embark on a new life in the countryside. Lucas found a charming, centuries-old cottage perched on the edge of a mysterious forest. The cottage had weathered the ages, and its ivy-covered walls seemed to whisper secrets of the past. Its rustic charm captured his heart, and he couldn't resist the allure of country living. At first, Lucas reveled in the tranquility that surrounded him. The air was fresh and crisp, and the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves were the only things that broke the silence. He spent his days tending to his garden, walking through the woods, and writing in his journal. It was the life he had always dreamed of, or so he thought. As the days turned into weeks, Lucas began to notice odd occurrences. One evening, while sitting by the fireplace, he heard faint whispers coming from the forest outside. It sounded like the voices of children, but no children lived nearby. He brushed it off as a trick of the wind, but the whispers persisted, growing louder and more sinister. Another night, Lucas awoke to the sound of footsteps outside his window. When he peered through the curtains, he saw a shadowy figure standing in the moonlight. It was a tall, thin man with unnaturally long limbs, staring up at him with hollow eyes. Lucas froze, unable to move or call for help. The figure slowly retreated into the forest, leaving Lucas trembling in fear. As days turned into nights, the once charming countryside began to transform. The forest, once inviting, now felt like a labyrinth of darkness and dread. Strange symbols appeared on the trees, and Lucas found eerie talismans hanging from the branches. He heard faint cries in the distance, cries that seemed to call his name. Lucas's solitude turned into a suffocating loneliness. He tried to leave, but every attempt was thwarted by an unseen force. The forest seemed to conspire against him, leading him in circles and trapping him within its depths. One fateful night, Lucas couldn't take it any longer. He ventured deep into the forest, determined to uncover its secrets. As he wandered deeper, the whispers grew louder, and the shadows closed in around him. He stumbled upon a clearing where a circle of figures dressed in tattered clothing danced around a flickering bonfire. Their faces were grotesque and twisted, and their movements were unnatural. Lucas realized too late that he had stumbled upon a sinister gathering, a meeting of entities from the depths of the forest. They turned to him, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. With a horrifying realization, Lucas understood that the countryside had not welcomed him. It had ensnared him. The last thing Lucas saw before he vanished into the darkness was the sinister, elongated figure from his window, now the ringleader of this macabre dance. And as the chilling laughter of the forest's inhabitants echoed in his ears, he realized that he had become just another tale of a young man who moved to the countryside, never to be seen again.